Hello everyone, this is Mystic Juicer back with some more Yomi action. We've got Djister versus Mad King in the International Yomi League Season 2. Potential playoff implications in this match. Djister is currently in 4th place, Mad King in 3rd. Both have 2 more fights to go and have identical win-loss records. Of course, first top 3 of each division advance to the playoffs, and then spot 4 and 5 have a duel to the death, Kumite style face-off, and whoever wins that also gets to advance. So, tense match. It's going to be Rook versus Quince. I'm going to be mostly learning stuff during this matchup. My own fight against Mad King did not go as well as I hoped. I barely, yeah, he won 3-1 versus me, the same matchup. So I'm hoping Djister can do better. Unapologetically Djister fanboy, of course, fellow Rook player, and all-around awesome dude, so good start for him, getting a little bit of damage in. Of course, he's probably going to be playing a heavy throw block range, until he can build up a hand for rock armor. Ooh, there you go. So that's one of the things that makes rock armor a bit of a dicey proposition in this matchup, is just the straight ace. Patriot Mirror knocks down, deals 10 damage, and also sets Quince up for a really nice mix-up. So typically these tend to be the safest mix-up that that Quince has available to him is a dodge and a normal attack of some kind, odd or even normal attack. It's going to be safe against everything except a correctly placed block. Starting it off with a bit of a riskier variation. Any kind of throw would have beaten both of those options. But typically, I think players are going to be a little bit more conservative, especially in the first time they're meeting someone. And this is Djister's first match against Mad King. So I would say that the that mix-up that Mad King played had a really high probability of success here. It's unlikely that Djister's going to throw out a throw on the first mix-up. Okay, catches the throw with a 5. Quince has almost no choice but to play safe against Rook's K because of the spread of his cards. Having attacks only on 2s and 3s, the 3 is the only normal that he would actually play that's vulnerable to Rook's K. Everything else, his next fastest normal starts with the 5. And of course that stuffs it quite nicely. So reloads, gets the ace back from the discard. And revealed the K as positive spin. Yeah, plays it honestly. And Djister reads into the fact. Correctly adjusts. Mad King with 6 cards in hand. I think considered fairly low hand for a card-hungry character like Quince. But the amount of throws in Djister's range have really kind of made it difficult for him to build a hand. Very good for him, catching the 10 block. Getting up to 8 cards, a lot more comfortable. Can actually threaten some damage at that that hand size. Djister playing the 10 there, assuming that I assume that's there to catch a throw. I don't think on the hand size that he was at, that rock armor would have been a really good option. Ooh, nice. Undercuts the ace with the Q. Beautiful. Yeah, definitely pumping that. Has himself in a little bit of a life lead here. Of course, Rook not really known for incredible burst damage. He's always going to be dealing in the neighborhood of 20 damage off of a combat win that isn't a throw. So he's got still quite a lot of work to do. And Quince can make this really difficult to get in with throws and with high normals. Nice, very nice. Great combat win for great combat win for Djister there. Walls for days. Living that down back life. I think generally playing oh, interesting, okay. Wondering what he's going to be. I would assume he puts the sevens together? No, okay. Possibly that he has the 5 there. I'm wondering if Djister, if that's a valuation play. If Djister blocks, that would seem to imply that. Oh, nice. Catches another ace with it. Beautiful. Just making it more and more difficult to, or stretching that life lead more and more. It's really, really nice for him. Andy. Awesome. Raziuk finding some time to add some commentary. Okay. Mad King is going to deal some block damage and therefore be able to get the mind game started again. Reveals King again. Taxing throws. Okay. 8 cards in hand. No reason for Djister to worry about playing into that, but that's the mind game, right? Is it making it more tempting to play around it? I could see Mad King playing the flagstone tax just to get more information about tendencies, seeing if Djister respects it. Does not. Successfully blocks the 5. And because Djister gave him the 6 and a 7 earlier, that would have been 5, 6, 7 if it had connected with a throw meant to catch the king. Would have given him another ace. So, okay, yeah, I was about to say, it probably means that he doesn't have an ace in hand. Interesting, okay, gives him the ace and the 10. Rather than give him some additional face cards. I believe is the King J and 2. Yeah, okay. Not giving him the 2 is probably more important than anything else. Sweet. Very nice. Catching these Patriot mirrors is so important. They can really give incredible trouble. Excellent. Missing the Joker, not giving him any more ammunition than he already has. So all 4 aces in the discard now for Mad King, and 1 Joker down. Possibility that we see an immediate Joker to try to catch something and build back up. Rook has a hand for rock armor. And with the aces gone, that is the only kind of thing that can knock down, unless it's a queen, which is a speed 7. So as long as you're starting your combo with a 6 as Rook, going 6, 7, 8, you're going to be safe from any kind of knockdown, any kind of interrupting knockdown. So Mad King blocking, playing around rock armor, I believe. Djister being a little cautious, not wanting to eat queens or possibly just a fast J to start the mix-up again. He's played 2 of his queens and 1 jack, so still plenty of really fast moves in his arsenal. Blacks into attacks against attacks. Ooh. Catches him with a throw, very nice. Djister playing much more cautiously here and letting Mad King get some damage there. Showing the K. Again, this can be heavily punished with a Q reveal if Djister plays into it. Starting off with 12 damage and then leading into anything else. Or just setting up with knockdown and another positive spin turn. Nice, very nice. Especially with 4 cards in hand, it's possible that Mad King would have actually revealed the king there just to draw cards. So nicely played there by Djister, getting the better of these mix-ups. So almost anything is lethal at this point. 10 damage, so any throw, any normal into a Q, straight up rock armored 10. But again, not all Qs have been played. That's the second one now, so 2 are still live. It's only about halfway through the deck, so it's possible he doesn't have it yet. Yeah, so there's that rock armored 10 attempt. Very unlikely, I think, that Mad King would have played anything but a block on that. Block or an attack, I suppose, to prevent the 10 damage throw. Yeah, okay, I can see it. It's not like you waste much as Rook throwing the 10 out there. And there we go, game 1. Closes it out with a throw. Covering out any emergency 2s or any emergency 3s that would have been played by Mad King there. We'll see how what adjustment Mad King makes. I think that was largely a result of really good special blocks and fast attacks catching out the Patriot Mirror attempt. So I could see Mad King adjusting to that with a few more dodges to try to get the Patriot Mirror off of a dodged fast attack, like a J or a Q or AA. We didn't see any AA or any aces played at all from Djister's side. So block in the opening. Interesting to see these two players feel each other out, as it's the first time they've actually met. Okay, Mad King holding down back, building hand. I think that's a good adjustment to what he saw last game. I think he spent a lot of that game, especially early on, fairly low on cards. So trying to avoid that happening in this game. Making Rook come to him, essentially. Opening himself up with throws. Yeah, steadfastly building hand. And the larger Quince's hand gets, the more uncomfortable you're going to be as a rook player playing any of your throws. They're very low payoff for you, dealing only 10 damage, and they're never going to lead into anything more than that. And they leave you open to a whole host of tools that Quince has at his disposal. 5, 6, 7 straight to build to aces, raw ace. Nice. Good stuff. Catching that Patriot Mirror. I don't think a single one has actually landed in this set so far. And that's such a crucial tool in Quince's arsenal in this matchup. In any matchup, really, but it does so much here. Punishing throws, punishing rock armor attempts. In addition to setting up his spin vortex mind games. Excuse me. So 1 ace blocked. Immediate second ace. No. Good throw. Yeah, given the threat of Consent of the Governed, which is his 2 ace 1.2 speed ender attack. If he's powered up for 2 aces, it's not inconceivable he might have a third one, and it's not inconceivable that he might be willing to play 30 damage right off the bat and get that started. Rook has so much health you've got to chew through that you can get it anywhere you can. Yeah, nice mix-up. Covering the 6 with... oh, very nice. Huge win there for Mad King. Oh man. Q is so high risk, high reward as a reveal. Like, I almost know... When it succeeds, it's just like, how did I let that succeed? Like, literally play any attack and you beat both sides of it. But it just the because it's so high risk, you almost never believe it, and therefore, yeah, exactly. Therefore he spins. Oh, feels bad. Feels bad. Of the two, you definitely want to get duffed by the throw side, though. 17 damage is much better than 12 leading into whatever. K-spin, so again, there we go. Yeah, reloading with the Q. See if, interesting. So the 2 3s, so he's essentially saying, do you want me to have another Patriot Mirror in hand, or do you want to give me the Q? And now he's set up with a nice mind game here. It's either reveal the K, or if he thinks that Djister is going to throw, reveal the Q, attack side, and go for massive damage. Okay, and yeah, and that's exactly what Djister thought. You can't possibly be revealing the K against me as a grappler, and therefore... There you go. Gets the Patriot mirror off. I expect a dodge and normal attack reveal from Mad King here. He's got the life lead. He doesn't need to do anything crazy. He's got Q on deck, so he can dodge into Q. Possibly just trying to get extra value out of a panic attack from Djister. Because if it is dodge and a normal attack, a counter attack would limit the damage to 1 card, like a dodge punish. But oh wow. Okay. Absolutely positive that no No attacks were coming with that one. Very nice. Consent to the governed? No, okay. Into Q pump. 24 damage. Much more dominant in this game than the last. Getting good mileage out of his mind games. Once again, showing him the K. I could believe this is real. At 5 cards in hand. Might even be better for Quince to get the K thrown here, to be honest. Wow, okay. Nice. Still gets the chip. Doesn't get the additional 2 cards off of Flagstone tax. So he's still at 6 against a 9-card rook. However, what are we seeing here? Okay, so he's going to reveal 2 cards. Going down to 4. But if he's confident he can deal 33 damage. Now that he's shown he's willing to be more risky with these Patriot Mirror turns, might open up the response from, ooh. Yeah, that's a really good punish there. Does he go for the Patriot Mirror or the positive spin? Patriot Mirror, yeah. So again, Djister caught in a guessing game here. And he's got a lot of work to do here. Mad King's been switching it up, doing some riskier stuff. Yeah. Okay, very nice. Didn't have a, I assume didn't have a dodge in hand, or just was content either to deal damage if he could, or build up some additional cards. At 72 to 23 life, there's a lot that Rook needs to do. You only have to be correct a few times as Quince to put him down. How many aces in the discard? We've got 3 gone, so 1 still free floating around. Very nice block there. Do not want to be giving him any more fuel than he already has. 11 cards to 6. And again, as Rook, you've got to be really scared about actually throwing here with anything other than K or Checkmate Buster because of the payoffs. Like, you gain so little for a successful throw, and you lose so much with that. There you go. Manages to land it. Convincing Mad King that he'd rather go for the safe thing, or Mad King reading that he'd rather go for the safe thing of rock armor with that dodge. And therefore successfully go. Oh, very nice. Getting the damage in. Wall of Vines doing work. Evening up the life totals a little bit. 42 to 23 now. See what kind of tools we have available. So 2 jacks and a queen have been spent, so he still has, theoretically, a lot of fast attacks at his disposal that can cut, that can beat the last ace that's floating around. Nice. I think one of the few times you're actually going to be happy as Rook to land a special block on a Joker. Just because you absolutely do not want to give any more Patriot Mirrors to Mad King. Okay, 2 aces in hand. Has the threat of Wall of Vines. Possible with how many cards have been played that he has Checkmate Buster in hand. Be interesting to see. I think as quince, I probably attack here just to cover the option of checkmate buster. Even if you get hit with the Vol of Vines, you're still at 20. Ooh. That's something you don't see every day. Definitely a bad exchange for Djister there. Would almost have preferred to hit a 5 rather than a 6. Just so he could get the follow-up damage. 3 6s and 1 5 played for quince. A lot of throws that have already been, a lot of good throws have already been used. There's some 2s and some Ks left in Djister's deck, but not much else. Yeah, that hurts. That hurts. Well played, Mad King. Djister closed the gap somewhat. Wasn't able to. Okay. Okay, here we go. 1-1. Really closely matched. Hashtag mind games. Rook using positive spin to great effect here. Successfully fooled me, if not Mad King. So back to neutral. We saw first game open with a throw from Rook, which I believe beat a throw from Mad King. Second game opened with block. And now we complete the circle with Mad King successfully throwing a block. Starting off with positive spin. Q or 5 reveal, probably, I would expect. Or sorry, king or 5 reveal, since he revealed the king. Extra cards is always good. And the worst you're going to get is 10 damage if you're wrong. Yeah. And the rewards can be oh so sweet, unfortunately. Okay, at least he isn't able to get a straight off into a Patriot Mirror. The incentive just to play the K is really strong on quince's end, I think. Just because the payoff for Rook for successfully landing that throw is so low. Yeah. Okay, at least deprives him of a card, because he didn't play the dodge side first. Sets up the Patriot Mirror. Expect either a block or probably a block from quince in this situation. Okay, now that changes because he's actually got a hand that he can do something with. Yep. Give me either a face card that I can mess you around with, or give me a pair that I can power up for an ace. Djister choosing to give him a king, which he feels more comfortable defeating, and a 5. Really hope that that 5 doesn't reach another king. Okay, bad exchange for a rook there. Quince goes up to, or Mad King goes up to 9 cards, Rook stays at 7. Okay. Mad King making a call that Djister would continue to play scared and switch it up by playing a fast attack there. Which is a really good adjustment he's carried through from the first game. I think that was really the difference. The thing that lost him that first game was not expecting Rook to or Djister to play fast attacks. Gets the throw in, setting up knockdown and positive spin. Probably a K reveal here. Yeah. Once again, setting up K or 5 or other high normal. Ooh. Getting a lot of ammunition in hand, making this a very scary prospect. Mad King noticing that Djister has been respecting the flagstone taxes, so it is a valuable card for him because it helps him push Djister into unfavorable situations. So no immediate pairs there. He's in the 6 and the 7, so he's loaded his hand. He knows that there's a 5, 6, 7 on deck. I expect probably K reveal here, knowing that Djister will prefer to block in case it's a Patriot Mirror mix-up. Yeah. So Djister calling out the Patriot Mirror /5 and getting caught in the king here. Mad King setting himself up for a strong mind game. So he played outside of the conservative dodge normal attack mix-up quite heavily in the last game. It'd be interesting to see if he continues that. Working on a perfect right now. You gave me a straight, just give me the whole other straight, why don't you? Nope. So giving him the king and the flagstone tax. With 9 cards in hand, don't really expect that flagstone tax to do any. Yeah. Probably an ace here. I think he has another one. Nope, okay. Just as good. Gets the knockdown, still has a mind game. And he didn't use any of his straight. Oh, wow. Djister threatening checkmate buster. Mad King inviting checkmate buster. Fully expected 5 here. Although to be honest, why not just play the king? You'd be down 10 health, but Rook would be at 2 cards in hand, 3 cards in hand. Probably be happy with that trade. Okay. Mad King agrees. Checkmate buster me, bro. I'm cool with it. Puts Djister back on his back. Continuing to reveal K. Mad King really getting the better of Djister in these mix-ups. Ooh, there we go. Here's the straight. And with having powered up with the 9s, all 4 9s in the discard, the only odd blocks that Djister could have played there would have been special blocks, so you really don't want to be playing those. The tendency is not to want to play those on knockdown because they're only half as good as they would be in neutral, which Mad King exploited quite nicely to get that 5 across. And if it hits a 3 or a 5, hey, you're taking 5 damage at worst. You know, either way, you're taking 5 damage and you're getting knocked down at worst, which isn't the worst thing in the world against 25 health Rook. Djister's going to have to do an incredible amount of work to... Nice. That's a start. Hitting the Patriot Mirror, taking 20 damage. Just say no to perfects. Psychologically, that's really, really satisfying, really useful. Just to get yourself back in the game, feeling like your opponent actually can bleed and therefore can be killed. Isn't just some sort of immortal Yomi playing god that isn't so deep inside your head that even you can't feel it. Coins can just really wreck your day. Like, if you get caught with a couple of spins in a row, it can feel absolutely hopeless. How does this guy know what I'm going to do before I even do it? Quinn's getting good value out of those dodges there. Djister's got to be very low on blocks. Yeah. I think the only... He's got a bunch of 2s, so I fully expect that to be the mainstay block now. Nice. Hey. Okay, we're on the board. Just need to checkmate Buster now. Just power up with those 3 cards in hand. Put the 2-card checkmate Buster in. Stable those cards together if you have to. So really tough position here for Djister. Yeah. Playing around Patriot Mirror is making those dodges really, really powerful. Really good adjustment from Mad King. Fully expect a throw here. Oh, no, okay. Doesn't want to give him any more cards. Happy to respect it, even if it was a bluff. That's 1 joker played. Yeah, 1 joker played by Djister. No jokers yet played by Mad King, so he has 2 free no damage combats in his future whenever he chooses to engage those jokers. $25 health gap, which ordinarily wouldn't be too bad, but with so few cards in hand, yeah, Mad King, just the 3 chip is combat win enough at this point. It sets up Patriot Mirror, it sets up all kinds of good stuff for him. So because they're standing, blocks are much stronger for Djister, which he may be, especially considering his low card hand size, he may be willing to play anyway. Wow. Yeah. So exploiting that fact with an attack throw mix-up, which would have been beaten by a 4 attack. Nice. Had the other joker. She desperately needs here. 5 cards to 2. There is the potential to actually get something going here for Djister. Lot of aces unplayed on Mad King's side, though. Just going to make that quite difficult. And 13 health means rock armor is just not... It's just not an option. It'll have to be a lot of combat wins for Djister to get back in this. Yeah. Making the call on a queen or a queen attack or Patriot Mirror reveal there. So tempting with 13 health. Although throw into anything is pretty much lethal. How much do Quince's throws deal? 7 damage? Yeah, so a throw into 5, throw into 6 is lethal. Nice. Absolutely crucial combat wins here. Especially with the special blocks to prevent any fancy stuff. So potential for a good mix-up here. Unfortunately, 2.8 speed means that if Djister combat reveals a 5 attack here, it will tie, and that is not a tie that he wants to get. So even blocking as Mad King is really effective and really strong here. Ooh. Exactly what he did not want. Sometimes those 3 turns where your attacks and throws are faster are a bigger liability for yourself than for your opponent, because it makes Joker such a high value, high probability card to play, and the only thing you can do is give up that speed advantage and normal block. There you go. Consent of the governed to close it out. GG's called. 2 wins for Mad King versus 1 for Djister. Made a bit of a comeback at the end, but that 90 or that 70 health lead as it was at some point is just a lot to overcome, especially when you have no cards in hand, so you can't restock for AA. So we saw throw block, block block, block throw. We have not seen first turn Patriot Mirror from Mad King, so I fully expect first turn King into Patriot Mirror here. Ah, my goodness. So he successfully called the fact that it was going to be a first turn Patriot Mirror. Excellent, good stuff. 14 damage is a nice way to start it off. Start that life lead. Down 1 card. 6 cards in hand isn't great for Rook, but it's far from the absolute mess of late game 4 cards. So not too bad. Okay. Djister opening up his range to throws a little bit here, showing he's still willing to do it. Mad King also going for throw, assuming that Djister would want to build some hand, maintain hand advantage. Probably just a block from Mad King is very effective here. Block or Patriot Mirror if he has it. Possibility that that early Patriot Mirror meant that he had some to spare in hand. Nope, J. Okay. Unfortunately, really not much to threaten rock armor with here. Yeah. Playing into that would have been a really big mistake. You do not want to have... You don't want to leave yourself in a position where you don't have one of your options against Quince. Nice. Nice throw from Mad King. Okay to get thrown here. Ooh, that is big damage. Even health. I fully expect a 2 to be played here. From Mad King. Put some more options in his hand. Oh no, really? Okay. So setting up the Q reveal, or I'm just going to block and build hand that way. Yeah. He's shown that he's willing to actually play the queen, so Djister has to respect it. Back to neutral, 6 cards in hand. Life total's even. Djister having played Jack and a Queen. Mad King must not have drawn a 2 yet. I think from what I've heard, it's pretty much get to, play to, which makes sense. You just want to keep those options in hand. Why not? I don't think you're probably not saving up. Like there's no advantage to waiting on playing twos, I expect. There we go. So he's revealed the queen. 5 reveal is very strong here. Okay, it gives him the 10 and the J. Immediately plays the 10. Djister has been respecting these, so making the actual Q reveal actually likely, or could just block again as a bait, build some more hand. It would net him 3 cards, putting up to 10 cards. Nope, actual factual queen. Takes 20, will gain 3 cards though. Quint's clearly a fan of the color black in Magic. Wow. Damn. That's a Sophie's choice. Gives him the ace, gives him the J. I suppose both of those can be defeated with blocks. 11 card Quince though, versus 5 card Rook. Bit of a life lead, but I expect that to shrink severely with the amount of options that Mad King currently has has access to, compared to what Djister's got kicking around in those 5 cards of his. Djister only needs Wall of Vines and a good combo to make this happen. Very nice. That is a very, very crucial combat win there. Djister played a heavy throw game at the beginning of this this particular round. So Mad King checking to see if he's forgotten that he will play straight aces in neutral. Djister saying, no, I respect it. I respect your option. Djister not building any hand from that, but definitely a better... Very nice. Oh, that is so, so good. Yep. Yeah, that was the most hidden of 4 aces there. So Quint's in a bit of a bind here. Jack 7-8, Jack 6-7, Jack 5-6 are all lethal, and all beat Patriot Mirror. Gotta be a lot of successful spins here. Very nice. Very, very, very nice. Djister continuing to hold special down back. Cross counter. Okay, 2 10s, which I fully expect to become Patriot Mirror. Or Consent of the Governed. Got 2 aces already in discard, so... Okay, gives him the J and the Q. A lot of damage in Quince's hand. He can very, very quickly even this up if he gets a couple of combat wins. Once again, not sad to see living that grappler life. 100% down back is a legitimate strategy. Once again, always hate to see a special block run into a joker, but in this situation with this much of a life lead, I mean, you'll take it, right? How many fives is that? So that's 3 fives gone. Luckily, he doesn't need any more of them. He can, if he hits with 2-3 blocks, that's game 2. Yeah, playing all the special blocks. The Quince has dodges on pretty much everything, so yeah, he's never going to run out of stuff if he wants to dodge. Nice thing too of Djister's strategy here is it forces Mad King to have to go into throws or just sit there and block. Nice, lands the K, gets the K through. Beautiful. GG, ties it up 2-2. Ace match. Six sets so far. Saw some really nice adjustments from Mad King in the second and third match, and just returning the favor with some very secret aces. But yeah, really nice play. It's a very tense matchup. I could see enjoying it. I could actually see enjoying it. Same way that Rook Percy is actually, Persephone is actually, I think, a really fun matchup. Spend a lot of time making very interesting decisions sitting on your back as Rook in that matchup. And this has kind of the same flavor. Nice. Stuffs the throw early. Into 10. Yeah. Good start. Wow, early flagstone tax. Probably a throw? Or a Patriot Mirror. Okay. Really didn't get any payoff out of that, which is tough. Not sure if I, yeah. I'm not sure what that was supposed to set up. I could only assume, I mean, you would want to discourage fast attacks if you're going for, ooh, landing those J's early. Got another 10, 7, 8. Big damage. Okay, 2 truths, puts the cards back in. I'm just gonna let Shorman know to ask him. Yeah, I'm not sure what those flagstone taxes are meant to achieve this early, especially on attacks. He's seen that Djister will respect it. We've seen that Djister will respect it, so... Okay. He can get something going here, but he's only got 5 cards in hand. So it's going to be tough. I'm just going to turn the heat off. It is incredibly hot in my room right now. Okay, so... So he gives him the J and K. Ooh. Lands the throw. Djister really working on a nice life lead here. And he's got 10 cards in hand now. I'm expecting mix-up normal or block, depending on how much he believes that Quince has, or Mad King has an ace in hand. This could quickly turn if Mad King can land a Patriot Mirror here. Yeah, okay, respecting it, and Mad King going for the safe option of blocking, getting the 50-50 if Djister was going to play, was going to go for a rock armor attempt there. So Djister probably thinking there's no ace now. Yeah, so he's much more willing to throw. Mad King playing the dodge, still thinking that Djister is going to play fast attacks. But if G caught on to the fact that that he blocked there. Oh, wow. Wow. Yeah, that was a whole bunch of little mind games there. Very nice. Djister can successfully getting that special block off. Making this look really, really tough for Mad King. I have seen this guy come back from a ridiculous life deficit, though. If you just win combats with Quince, ooh, oh man, really working with those throws. Holy smokes. I really expect a rock armor mix-up here. Is it a bait? Is it a bait? It's not a bait. Building that hand, looking for... I really think now that means he's ace-starved. I could definitely see jokers at any time here. He's probably not going to play it until he's got... until he's used up the aces he's already got in hand. How many people we have spectating? Holy smokes! Wow, nice. Really glad there's an audience for this one. This is a hype-ass match. Wow. Wow. Djister just throwing his heart out here. Holy smokes. Patriot Mirror is so high in like, it's 2 special blocks in hand or unplayed for, or only 2 special blocks played total. So a 3 or a 5. I mean, 5, if it catches a Patriot Mirror, is just gonna kill. But if even a 3 just puts him back on his back and puts him in an even worse situation than he was. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Holy smokes. Great game. Jeez. Oh, yeah, no kidding. Whew. Congratulations, Djister. Was he at 98? Damn. Yeah, that was crazy. Yeah, that's a rough loss to take. Well, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed the match. Stay tuned for more. Cheers.